Rip Bad Company 2. If you didn't hear the news, as of December 8th, 2023, Battlefield Bad Company 2's multiplayer was officially shut down by EA, which means any bit of nostalgia that you wanted to experience in a Bad Company 2 now needs to be experienced through Battlefield 2042's portal. And I'll be real with you, it's not the same. It's basically like watching a championship series on DVD that you missed, in hopes of reliving or even understanding what it was like to actually witness something like that in real time. 28-3, motherfuckers. 28-3. Bad Company 2 is personally one of my favorite Battlefield games. It's just super outrageous, there was tons of stuff to do, and all the maps and all the gameplay features that you had were extremely fun. I mean, playing Battlefield Bad Company back in the day when they were trying to rival Modern Warfare 2 was an absolute blast. Not only did the campaign make jabs at it—
No, he'll just send some special ops douchebags with pussy-ass heartbeat monitors on their guns instead of us.
Snowmobile race, I take you down. It's not a snowmobile. Snowmobile number 60.
but it also felt like it was stepping in the direction of being a realistic multiplayer shooter. I mean, if you look at Battlefield Bad Company 2 in comparison to Bad Company 1, there's a massive difference in the overall tone. It's a more serious game and for what it was worth, and it was clearly noticeable. I mean, if you played the campaign at all, which I highly recommend because you can still play it, the tone from Bad Company 1 to Bad Company 2 is very noticeable. I mean, this is what Bad Company 1 looked like.
Mike 1 Juliet, this is Bravo 1 Charlie, over.
Bravo 1 Charlie, this is Mike 1 Juliet, over. Coordinates. Get over there and stock up. Over.
And this is what Bad Company 2 looked like. And I'm not saying this in a bad way. I mean, I truly do enjoy Battlefield's, like, realistic shooter style of gameplay, but there's something about Bad Company that's just different. I mean, you have a core group of guys that are just so absurd that they couldn't even realistically exist in any sort of military operation because they would probably blow it. Yet it's because of these characters and the super serious situation they're in that makes it really all that much better. The campaign also has a pretty good twist that I don't really think you're gonna see coming. I mean, maybe you did, but I personally didn't. And it's one that makes the game all that much more worth playing. Fuck it, you're never gonna play it. This guy is this guy's son, and he's been working with you the entire time, stabs you in the back. This cool guy, the hippie dude, ends up getting blown to smithereens, which leads to a setup of a Battlefield Bad Company 3, which we'll never get. It's been a number of years since Bad Company 2 has come out. I mean, it's probably like, what, 2010 since that last game came out, and I don't think we're ever gonna get it, because if you hear anything DICE ever says about this game, they have no idea what made this game good. They've literally stated that in interviews saying, we don't understand why people like this game, and that they're always tried to capture this identity of what makes Battlefield Bad Company fun, that way they could possibly make another game. And it's through all these years of the developers saying they have no idea what makes the game fun, and the fact that we've gone so many years and seeing all these different games that they've made that are more serious than what Bad Company is, that I don't expect a Battlefield Bad Company 3. But I'd like to say one thing in case someone at DICE is actually listening to this. I can tell you what made Battlefield Bad Company so successful and so beloved. Battlefield Bad Company is a game that just doesn't take itself seriously. Yes, there are serious moments in Bad Company 2, and I think the overall story is more serious than Bad Company 1, but the characters are constantly poking fun at themselves and the mission that they're going on, which I also think leads to a lot of heart in this story. Even the game's multiplayer doesn't take itself seriously. I mean, I feel like I sometimes go into Battlefield games as of like the last few years and feel like they try to be more serious when all that's happening is just absolute chaos and memes. I mean, if you had the opportunity to play Battlefield Bad Company's multiplayer before it got shut down, it was an absolute blast. It felt like every time I was going into it, it felt like I was back in high school again, jumping into lobbies and getting killed by bush monsters. So if you're looking for the opportunity to play Battlefield Bad Company 2 in 2023, it's not gonna happen, or any future year, because it doesn't seem like they're ever gonna do it. You're basically just gonna have to play Battlefield Bad Company 2 in the portal, which I don't really recommend, because I don't think it's any bit better than it was back in the day. I think it's way better back in the day than it is in this weird portal. But I think DICE would be very wise to revisit Battlefield Bad Company and actually play the game themselves and say, wow, this is what made the game fun. Let's try this again, because All you need to do is just be less serious, and I think you have a Bad Company game. But I also have a feeling we're gonna have to just bury Bad Company 3 with the Bad Company TV show that never happened. Anyways, I'd like to know what you have to say in the comments section below. Do you think we should get a Bad Company 3, or do you think it should just be left alone as is? I mean, they did basically just set up the entire game for nothing. Personally, I think they should just give it a shot. I mean, what do you have to lose at this point? I mean, Battlefield 2042 was an absolute flop, and I don't really care what people say about how it's changed and stuff. Give me Bad Company 3, damn it. But seriously, let me know what you think in the comments section below. I'd love to know what you have to say about Bad Company 3. If you enjoyed the video, great. If you didn't, well, that sucks because it's not going to get much better. But if you enjoyed it just enough, maybe consider subscribing and leaving a like. Thanks for watching, and well, bye.
Where did Hackett go?
There's gold in them there hills!
Shit, that's a neutral zone. Hackett, fall back.
He can't hear you, Sarge. If he could, he wouldn't listen.